Listen to me closely, very closely. There is one thing that shocks me today and that we often forget. Time is the most precious asset, and I tend to say you cannot buy it. It must be earned. So in this video, I'm going to reveal you in less than 10 minutes my 10 secrets to save time and to be 10x more productive, and thus spending more time doing tasks that will really have an impact on your life. And spoiler alert, the last one is like a nugget. So my first secret is when I go to a work mode. I put often my phone in another room, another space, and not on my main desk. Because the main and the most important thing is to cut off from any distractions, from notifications. And if it's too violent, you can put it in a play mode or do not disturb mode. Some phone have the parameter to put it in do not disturb. And even some, when you flip your phone like this, it puts in do not disturb instantly. So the first secret is to put your phone in another place and not on your desk. It will save you so much productivity. And small bonus, sometimes the distraction is not from your phone, but it can be affected by your environment, working environment. And many people work nowadays remote, so they work from their home place like me, or maybe an open space in a firm, and you may be distracted by other people around you. And my technique is to put this helmet and it has a sign on it like do not disturb me, I'm working right now. I don't necessarily put music, sometimes I put some working music to be more focused, but put it, this physical thing on your ears shows to your colleagues, to your girlfriend, whatever, that you are in a working mode. And this technique is so useful that I don't have only one but two helmets, and those ones are both noise cancelling. Maybe I put details of those two boys in the description. And the second hack, the second secret is just a rule. And this rule, I used it for so many years, but I didn't find a name stick to it. But we call it the 2-minute rule. And it's very simple. As soon as you have a task to accomplish, it can be like taking out the trash or any task, do it now. Do it right now. Because instead of noting it, to remember it, it will take longer and it will avoid you from procrastination. And it will simply free your mind. And sometimes we have to say the truth. We have a series of tasks to accomplish and we can't do them right now. And what I have this notebook Veleda where I can write and then erase instantly. When I got a series of tasks to do during a day, I put it here, I write it here, and then erased it. But if you don't have a notebook, you can use maybe an app like Google Keep that you can have on your computer, you can have it on your phone, which is very useful. The third secret is to stack your habits. And this technique, I got it from the book Atomic Habits from James Clear, where he talks about the habits in general and this technique, which is stacking habits. And maybe you are wondering what is stacking habits? Is the fact that you are stacking an habit above another one and above another one. And let's give a clear example. What I do when I shower myself, first of all, I take a cold shower so I save time. And when I go out, I dry myself very quickly and I do how you call it, pumps. While drying myself, I'm doing some sport at the same time. But also, let's say I'm a coffee addict. Every morning I take some coffee, and in order not to avoid from taking my vitamins, whatever, I put it just next to my coffee maker, so that when I'm doing my coffee, I take those vitamins at the same time. It saves me sometimes, and I'm doing 2 morning habits at the same time and in a few seconds. So accumulating those habits, stacking them, those morning routine, saves you seconds and minutes and will allow you to be more productive and to save times years after years. Yeah, this stuff is called push-ups and plank. I do plank when I go out of the shower. Those are the right words. So the important thing is to find what to repeat every day, and after a while, this habit will be just automatic. And the fourth secret is just crazy but peculiar. I learn every shortcut of my computer or of any software. It can be like a Final Cut for editing, it can be Word, it can be learning how to go from one tab to another. Those are the tasks you do it every day, but you don't know the shortcut, and you lose precious seconds to come from one tab to the other. Whereas you can just learn the shortcuts, and in a fraction of seconds you do it right away. And one thing, I hate wasting my time with recurring action. Thus I am faster at performing a task, more efficient, and for that I go on YouTube and learn each shortcut for Mac, for Final Cut, for Word, for Chrome, and this greatly increases my production. The fourth secret often is to tidy up your living space. It can be tidying up also your office. We do not realize the importance of living or working in a tidy and clean space, and it clears our mind and it increases our productivity. This is why every Monday morning, at the beginning of the week, sometimes it's Sunday nights before going back to work, I do spend the time needed to tidy up my office, to tidy up my room. And here I'm not just talking about my physical office, but also my desktop on my computer. I classify each file, each folder, so my desktop is clear, like with only one or two files, one or two folders remain on my desk. And one thing you should know is when you have one file, when you have one folder on your desktop, is like you have an application, an active application on your computer. So it decreases the power of your computer. It makes it more slower, as when you tidy up, you clean your desktop and your computer is much more faster. So you will save time by cleaning your desktop. The fifth secret is to delegate. Delegate to colleague, to a freelancer, to your wife, or even to your children. And you're going to laugh, but everyone has his area of genius in work or in life as a couple. So personally, I'm more efficient into working into administration, as my wife doesn't like at all doing this kind of stuff. But when we are traveling, she loves to do the suitcases. I don't like to do this, so she does it. So the key that is important is to divide the task. Same in your job. Find your area of genius and take away other stuff you don't like, or where you lose time, when people will go quicker to do it. Like for my part, it's editing my videos. I do the script because this is my area of genius. Because yes, I do know how to edit videos, but I waste time to do this. And people like freelancers know how to do it faster, and I will save some time, and I will also save some money. So delegate to free up time. The sixth secret is to learn faster, whether to read or to type, because every day I found that I read books, articles, or even mails or messages on your phone. But if you learn how to read faster, you will improve your productivity and you will learn all those information in a faster way. So I did a training, and there's a batch of different training on how to read faster. And it can be, as I said, reading, but it can be also how to type faster on your keyboard, because I think 80-90% of every people are like working on a computer, and maybe they use a keyboard in a slow way. So learn how to type faster without looking at your screen, but only looking at your keyboard. I think it's very important. The seventh hack is to buy time. And you said to yourself, you said at the introduction that you can't buy time, but there are some techniques where you can buy time. And one example is when I look YouTube channel, like to know how to improve my editing, to improve my, link words, to know which topic is trending. I spend a lot of time on YouTube. And maybe when you look at my videos, you have some ads at the beginning, after 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes, minutes, you have a lot of ads. And what I did is I wanted to save some times and to buy this time by paying, let's say, YouTube Premium. It's not sponsored by YouTube, but this is my keys, this is my secret, how I buy time. So I did buy YouTube Premium. This will remove all the ads and I will save some times. And I think $12, 12 euros per month is nothing in comparison on the time I'll save by buying this option. Besides, it gives me a nice transition for the next hack, which is the 8th hack. It is no meetings, no calls, only messages. So I'm a solopreneur. Of course, it's maybe easier than if you were an employee. And because I hate meetings, I did remove meetings from my lifestyle at all. No more meetings with my partner, sponsor. I said no. Each time they ask me, can we have a call? Can we have a Zoom call? Can we have just a call on the phone? I say no. That's not how I work, so I don't do any meetings. Even with my staff, the people who work with me, I don't do any meetings because I think it's a waste of time. I prefer like sending an audio like, hey guy, I prefer if you do this, can you do this task, etc., than doing a meeting. Because I did notice at each time I had a meeting, let's say at 10, I was wondering to myself at 9, what should I do during 9 and 10 that is possible to do because I've got only 1 hour, and my mind was messed up because I was always preparing this meeting. So I was losing time before the meeting, during the meeting can last for 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. And I found out that after the meeting, because it asked me so much energy, I was exhausted. And especially with the jet lag, because I've got people from my staff that are freelancer, they are in Europe, some are in Asia. So I have to juggle with European, with Asian schedules. So it was a big mental gymnastics. So no more meetings, only emails and only voice messages. And the 9th hack, no social network. We spend so much time on it. My goal is to spend the minimum time on it because it's a waste of time. And as a content creator, I can't ignore social media, and that's why I have 5 rules. The first one is if I go on social media, it's just to produce content, to let's say post on Instagram, post on Twitter, and not consume on it. So not looking at other posts or stories in Instagram, let's say. The second rule is no notification, none. No notification on my phone, for emails, for social media. The third one is no TikTok, no short content, no snack content, because it's very easy to be caught and to spend minutes and hours on those type of social media. The fourth one is no social media on my homepage, on my phone homepage, so that there's no signal. When I unlock my phone, there's no signal, let's say Instagram, Twitter, and I'm not thinking of, oh, I can go on Instagram and spend time on it, and no, finished. And my fifth is I do use a social media, but only 20 minutes per day, because the more you consume, the more you get into the habit of consuming, and the more you spend on it. And you know, you can set it on the phone and to parameters that you should not use social media for more than 20 minutes, let's say. And also there's no social media in the morning. In the morning, the first thing I do is like have a shower, dress myself, no phone for the first 30 to 60 minutes of my day, and no phone 30 to 60 minutes before I go to sleep. Because if you go to sleep and watch your phone, you will have your blue lights, which will avoid you to going to sleep very quickly, and you will have tons of images, tons of information that will remain your brain in such activity that it will be difficult to fall asleep quickly. And the 10th rule is I do live in 2x, whether it's WhatsApp, Telegram, YouTube. I put all my videos in 2x. So I listen to audiobooks in 1.5 or 2x. You can also look at Netflix in 2x, but mainly I do sometimes look at Netflix at 2.25, which is like normal speed, but it can like save you a few minutes, and you can go by doing this technique, going to bed quickly and sooner than if you were looking at a video at 1x. And also, I'm a very big fan of audio messages. So each time I have to spend a message, I don't write text, I do it audio, which is like faster. You have the tone, you have everything, it's faster. And I like to have voice messages through Telegram or WhatsApp so that I can speed up to 2x, sometimes 1.5 the other times. And so it saved me a lot of time. So those are my productivity hacks. Tell me what are yours to share to the community. Don't forget to subscribe, to smash the like button. I'll see you next time. And don't forget to look at this video, which is in the same thematic as the one you just seen here. Thank you very much for your time. Take care. Bye.